Hey everyone, Casey here from Clientric. In today's tutorial, we're going to go ahead and check out your account settings in Zoho Sign, what they mean, and how you can set it up the way you want. All right, so in order to move forward, we actually have to go to the settings tab over here on the left-hand side. Most Zoho tools have a settings icon up here on the top right. They kind of threw that one out the window with this one. So if you come over here to the settings, and if we go down to the account settings here, we see a bunch of more options. It's filled with that. So we have a few different options here. So request defaults. This is the request as it gets sent out. So we're going to be talking about all these little pieces and go into a lot more depth here than we did with the overview video in the last one. So the request defaults here. Basically, we're saying we give them 15 days to sign this document. And we're sending a reminder every 5 days. We can send in order or just send all at once. It doesn't really matter. And then we also have automatic reminders. If we deselect this, then we're not going to get the automatic reminders. And we want to send in order to those individuals. So we can select or deselect, and we can change the number of days. You could say it's 99. I don't know if you can do 3 digits. No, you can only do 2 digits, so you can only go up to 99. All right, recipient authentication. Configure recipient authentication and choose OTP delivery modes. So this is allowing you to set up a more secure environment for your respondents to actually sign the document. So if you require a high security, then this would be a way to go. You can enforce authentication through SMS, email, or whether it's offline or not. So Zoho Sign uses a third-party service to send SMS recipients. Each SMS sent consumes 0.5 Zoho Sign credits. So just FYI, you are going to be using Zoho Sign credits if you go with this option. We haven't found that it's been required for any industry that we've worked within, even within the legal industry, which can be pretty heavy. The big thing there is just getting that signed certificate is really beneficial. All right, delivery mode. So you have a couple different options. So you can configure a mode that allows for the delivery of the document links to recipients. So we have email and SMS. So you can actually send SMS messages out. Again, this is going to cost money for third-party Zoho Sign credits to be able to send this out. You can choose your delivery method. So send for signature, Zoho Sign, using the sender's email address or the organization's email address. So there's a couple different options you can send from for the email delivery. For document ID, you can choose if and how you want the unique document ID to be included in the documents being signed. So you can insert document ID into documents. This is important when it comes to more custom functions or integrations that you want to collect more information. So you can add to all pages, first page, last page, and you can add to different places in the position. So that is important as well if you want to include that. Now when it comes to document completion, you want to control who receives email notifications containing a signed copy upon the completion of the document. So you can send completed documents to all recipients, only the sender, or none. And then you can send a signed copy through the email attachments, through document link in email. There's a couple different options there. And then you can send a certificate of completion to only the sender, all recipients, or none. So a few different options there as well. So that is your sending options for Zoho Sign. Now if we go into the recipient experience, this is pretty cool because it gives you a couple different options. So you have the ability to choose the input modes, so you can allow them to type, draw, or upload their own signature to the document. Depending on what industry you're in, you may require someone to draw. Basically, this is replicating wet ink or signed contracts in an office using a pen. That's what that drawing is supposed to replicate, but you can also type. Depending on your industry, some may or may not care. I know in the legal industry, drawing is very important. So you'd have to deselect those and they'd only be able to draw. Or if you didn't care, you could have them do whatever they want, draw or type, or just type. I prefer type. It doesn't really matter on my contracts, but it is the easiest for me and it looks the nicest because I know I have terrible handwriting. So you can also choose different colors, black, blue, and red. Again, some I guess industries require different color ink to be used on their signing documents. It is so archaic, it is stupid. But that being said, you do have the option to choose if it is required within your industry. And if it is, I'm sorry, that sucks. All right, image input modes. So you have a couple different inputs that you can use. You can upload or you can capture. Again, capture is using someone's webcam. You put your signature up here, it'll capture it and put it in. The upload just uploads a signature document that you have on your computer and it'll throw it in there. And you have recipient actions. So you can choose the different actions that your recipients can actually do. so they can assign to someone else, they can skip signing, they can download the document, or they can email the document. If you deselect all of these, they won't be able to do any of that. Just FYI, I think this is pretty straightforward, but just so you're aware, you can change the different actions that they can do. You have the signer hint box, so it allows you to hint different things to people as you're going through to make the signing process a little bit easier. You can choose signing attachments, so show signer attachments to sender and signer only, or everybody with access to signed documents. Again, pretty straightforward. And custom landing pages. So you can actually redirect recipients to a specific URL instead of the default page when completing an action. So you can actually choose where you want them to go. If they're signing a document, they can go to your website. Declining a document, they can go to your website. Skipping to sign later, maybe there's a different one saying like, all right, come back sometime in the future. That's a bit more personalized to that experience. So there's a lot of options there, just so you are aware. We also have folders, so you can create, edit, and manage your document folders. So every time you create a new one, let's say campaign 1, maybe there's a bunch of documents in here that you would like to store under campaign 1. And you can do a bunch of different actions within here, so you can delete. So for example, if we were to select this and press delete, it would delete that folder. So you can add more, you can do different things with it, and it just shows you all the different folder structure that you're creating within your Zoho Sign system. You also have your different document types. So you can add different document types. So for example, we have right now others, and the description is others, not super helpful, right? So we can edit this, we can change it, we can go through and create, edit, and manage different document types. So for example, let's say PDF, PDF. And so you can manage these differently and associate different Zoho Sign documents to this if you really wanted to. So that's something you can do. Again, I haven't really used this before. There's been no need to, so I doubt you would as well. There is a blockchain option. I'm not sure this has really ever been used. I'm not sure if Zoho is just jumping on the blockchain bandwagon or not, but we do have this option if you wanted to go through that and blockchain timestamp if you really truly wanted to. I have no idea where their blockchains are actually stored and how secure they are, so that would be something else you'd want to look into if you really wanted to do this. When it comes to domains, you can set up your domain verification by going through your domain system, putting in the respected information into there that this would provide you. So if you wanted to add in a new domain, you would enter your domain here. You're going to add the text record, and then you're going to have to verify the domain ownership. So you're just going to have to go in, adjust the settings, follow this screen, generate the key, do everything you need to do. It'll be pretty straightforward. Just like all the other Zoho tools that are out there, this is how you get there. You can also add trusted domains. So any domains you trust, so that you can set up different APIs, different integrations to make it a little bit easier to interact with that website. That's what you can do here. Again, for most people, you're probably not going to need this. You will want to do this though. The DKIM, if you set that up properly, will allow you to reach your recipient. Sometimes if you don't set this up, it will go straight to spam folder. So you're going to make sure you're setting this up properly to make sure that you have the ability to send these signing documents, which arguably should be important to those recipients. You have the ability to back up all of this stuff automatically. Just click enable, select which cloud storage you want to utilize. So you get a few different options here. Zoho Work Drive is also going to be your best. So let's cancel that. But you can select any of those. You can include the certificate of completion and the format that you want as well. You can change the format, you can change the file name, all that good stuff. So you have those three options you can choose from, and then you can choose the date format you want to use as well. So we're going to disable that. All right, and so we have the last one here, document timestamp. This enables long-term archival, so you can choose depending on what option you want to use, Global Sign, Seco, or none. It really depends on you. We've never actually used this before. Most of our clients don't require this kind of detail. Some of your clients might, or you may require this in the future if you require to adhere to this policy. I'm not sure where this policy goes to, whether it's in the EU or somewhere else. But if you have to adhere to this, then you might have to go through and utilize this as well. Again, I hope that's been helpful. This is all of the account settings. I know that was a lot and I went through them fairly quickly. Hopefully that all makes sense. Make sure you are liking and commenting on this video and subscribing to our channel. All of these things help us reach more individuals like yourself who are looking to get an edge on Zoho because it is such an expansive tool. So please make sure that you're commenting, you're liking, and you are subscribing to our channel. As always, feel free to check out our website as well, www.clientric.co, and on there you're going to find links to all of our social channels. So check out all that good stuff on LinkedIn, Instagram, check out our blog space. There's so much great content out there we're continuing to put out. We hope it is helpful for you. That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.